I watched a movie last night.
Oh, what did you watch?
I watched Blue Beetle. That movie good, actually. That movie good.
Oh, that's great.
I think they
That movie's good.
had a bit of a mixed concept, weirdly. I think half the people working on it wanted to make the next Spy Kids, and the other half wanted to make the next Batman. And it clashed a little bit. I was watching and being like, this is like a family film, but they say bitch.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
you'll need to bet,
if part of it was just like, okay, if they like went for a lower rating, I think this movie would have been able to be marketed more as a family film, and it really is a great family film. That would be actually have really been cool. Kind of like the Captain Marvel movie, right? Shazam. The Shazam movie, actually really good, sort of like kid movie. It's about a kid who becomes a superhero. It's very kid focused. And it's about just like goofing off and being like, whoa, it's like a dream, right? So I think that's like that. If DC's played in that space a bit more and let Marvel be the big Marvel thing, I think they'd probably be more successful, because that, I think, worked really well. And then, of course, they had to bring in this, like, you know, gritty Seven Deadly Sins thing. And it was just like, yes, I think that the villains can still be kind of scary in a kid's movie. That's okay. So, I don't think that minds. I think that Shazam actually lands, like, super well as kid fantasy fulfillment movie. I think it's great. And here, it's like almost that, because it's actually not really that much about the protagonist. The protagonist finds this like ancient technology that's actually an alien thing, and it like turns them into this like superhero character. But like, it's not a superhero movie. He doesn't go around saving people or anything. It's just him being like, and then someone wants to like kill him for it.
Oh.
And so it's more about just like, he gets kidnapped at like the second act, and the climax is about the family, his family that you actually get to know this entire time, going and saving him. It's about non-supers going and saving this kid, and it's this really sweet family film about like, you get to like see this family that doesn't have a great like financial life, but like have this very powerful love, and it's so beautiful. And while I was watching, I kept being like, if they went for a lower rating, I don't know what rating this movie got, but they certainly say bitch a lot. They don't say a lot. They say it like enough times that I noticed, you know what I mean? If they went for a lower rating, they could have marketed it as a family film instead of as a superhero film, and I think that could have been really good. But I got to a certain point where I'm just like, okay, but if you pulled your punches, this would not hit as hard. Because it's like, it's kind of heavy. And I think it deserves to be heavy, because it's all about, like, you know, like, war in Guatemala and stuff. I think, like, you want to, like, show that like it is, and I think that's great. But the more I watched those, the more I was like, you know what? They could swear less and not change anything else about this movie, and I think it would be a great family film. I think that some of the scenes could be a little bit brighter. Like, I think they could have used a brighter color palette and not, like, been so gritty superhero, and they still would have, that would have improved without undercutting their message at all. So that's my take. I think they super, like, it's really good. It is a very good next generation Spy Kids. But there are some scenes that could have been less dark and gritty, and I think that would have improved it, because Spy Kids is a bit more, you know, plastic. It makes me kind of think about, like, hey, you've seen Spy Kids? Spy Kids is pretty cool. You're now a teenager. Now what do you want to watch? This is like the teenager movie, I think. It's weird. Like, I feel like there's total clash, because there are, like, just fart jokes and stuff in this movie. Like, there's, like, very lowbrow, like, kid humor in this movie. And, like, that's fine. I'm not saying that can't exist in an adult film or anything, but, like, it is this very, like, who's your audience? I don't understand. And I think that's the audience. I think that the answer is, it should be a teen movie that still has stuff so that when the whole family watches it, the, like, little kid gets to be like, ha, fart jokes, you know? Yeah. I don't know how scary it would be for a little kid, though. Like, I don't know how little you could go with this movie, even if they cleaned up all the language. And that's a personal thing. Like, language is not the worst thing in the world. It's fine.